See what else he can do right here in the studio a little later. But first, now tell me how you would feel about this situation as someone close to you dies. Friends and family turn up from all over. Your neighbours, though, complain about noise. I mean, what could they complain about? There's no noise, there's not any boozing, but there's a number of cars turning up. Well, the next thing, the council arrives and calls your home a place of assembly. And you're forced to spend thousands of dollars and apply for resource consent. Even then, restrictions are placed on how many cars are allowed to visit each day. Sound a little crazy? Well, that's what happened to a small group of Buddhist monks who share a semi-rural home in Wainuiomata, near Wellington. Now, could this just as easy happen to you? Donna Marie Lever picks up the story.
We are Buddhists. We don't like to cause any trouble to anybody at all.
For a little over a year now, this lifestyle block has been a sacred place for monks and the Buddhist community, a place to pray, meditate and practice Buddhism. Is this a home? Is this a monastery? Is this a temple?
For our point of view, it seems to be a temple, and a temple in our Thai perception is the place where the monks stay and they do their practice, they do their meditations.
5 monks live and sleep here, and while crowds gather for worship, it's only a few at a time. During our visit, there were 3.
Normally people come at about 10 o'clock.
But things changed when neighbours complained of too many cars coming and going using the private access road. When a funeral was held here, some 20 cars brought mourners to pray. Neighbours saw red, rang the council, and the council classified it as a place of assembly. That means the monks need resource consent. Are there lots of cars and people that come and go here every day?
The most number of the cars that come here in a special occasion, I think less than 10. But daily, I think just one car or 2 cars.
There's only 2 or 3 cars that come during the day, and they're usually providing the 1 meal a day, which is prior to lunchtime, and the whole thing is cleaned up by lunchtime. They may stay for an odd half hour or an hour afterwards, and then they're gone.
The monks applied for resource consent, but then neighbours weighed in. 4 submissions were lodged to decline it, reject it, and all were opposed or strongly opposed to the establishment of a Buddhist monastery.
I think a lot of it is the fear of the unknown. Certainly there are some difficulties with the monks' English not probably up to what we call normal standards, but they're here on work visas. They're not here to be permanent residents.
But neighbours say their opposition was only about safety and preserving the quiet lifestyle they enjoy.
It's never been about the monks or the issue of them receiving food or the religion. I work in the community a great deal and take particular offence at being labelled a racist.
In fact, a backlash from the wider community has seen some receive hate mail and abuse.
Like I went to the doctor this morning and the receptionist at the doctor said, "Oh, you're that neighbour that hates your neighbours."
The issues we've had is around safety and road usage, the volume of traffic and the wear and tear, and obviously animals, because it is a private right of way, animals grazing the section and so forth.
It has got a wee bit out of control.
So 4 months on, and the monks find themselves in the unlikely setting of council chambers.
Right, I'll formally call this hearing to order and welcome everybody to this meeting of the Hutt City Council's Hearings Committee. And I understand that there may have been an agreement.
The main change associated with the application would be...
In the final moments, neighbours withdrew their objections. They've agreed to 12 cars coming to and from the property each day.
I'm not, put it this way, we're not progressing it further. And that's, whether you take that as being pulled or withdrawn, the process is closed for us.
But it's taken a long time to even get to this point. And while Gordon, who's appearing on behalf of the monks, says the process has divided a neighbourhood.
It is a bit of a harrowing process at times, but once the process starts, it drags people in, and it keeps on rolling and rolling. So it does need repairing.
big smile there.
To express my happiness. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you.
But the monks still need resource consent before it's all legal. That should be granted sometime this week.
Well, joining me now is Hutt City Mayor David Ogden.